Picture this, a Friday night. Everyone's out chasing noise, chasing crowds, chasing something they think will fill them up, but there's one person who's already full, sitting in their own space, with a book, a project, maybe just their thoughts, not waiting for someone to complete them, already complete. And if you're watching this, you probably know that feeling, that quiet confidence, but the world doesn't get it. They call you distant, cold, maybe even broken, but deep down, you know they're wrong. So let's talk about what's actually happening inside your brain, because this isn't random, it's wired. When most people go to a party or hang out with friends for hours, their brain lights up, they feel energized, recharged. But for you, it's the opposite. Your brain doesn't refuel from other people, it drains around them. Not because you don't like people, but because your nervous system works differently. Scientists found that introverted brains are more sensitive to dopamine, that feel-good chemical everyone chases. But your brain? It's already running on high sensitivity. You don't need those big hits from the outside world. You create your own energy, internally. That's why a quiet evening at home feels like a full battery to you. Solitude isn't your escape, it's your fuel. Now, here's where things get interesting. Because while you're sitting there feeling completely content, the rest of the world is worried about you. They see you alone and think lonely. You feel alone and think finally. Your coworker asks what you did this weekend. You say you stayed in, had some quiet time. And you can see it in their face, that look, that mix of pity and concern. But here's what they don't understand. You weren't in a dark room crying. You were living. Because for you, peace isn't found in a crowded room full of laughter. It's found in the silence between your own thoughts. But let's get real for a second. Because being self-sufficient feels like a superpower until it becomes a prison. It starts small. Someone offers help and you say no, I got it. But here's what happens over time. That strength slowly turns into something else. A wall so high that even when you want to let someone in, you don't know how anymore. You've gotten so good at carrying your own weight that you forget it's okay to put it down sometimes. And that's when self-reliance stops being strength and starts being self-sabotage. So let's clear something up. You're not cold. You're selective. You're not damaged. You just prefer your own company. You're not antisocial. You're selectively social. There's a massive difference between choosing to be alone and being afraid to be with others. One is empowerment. The other is avoidance. So here's the question you need to ask yourself right now. Are you self-sufficient or are you just scared? Real self-sufficiency isn't about building a life where you never need anyone. It's about building a life where you're okay whether people stay or go. Being enough for yourself doesn't mean being everything for yourself. Because the strongest people aren't the ones who never need help. They're the ones who can stand alone, but know when not to. So keep your peace. Protect your solitude. Honor your need for space. But don't let it become a cage. You are enough for yourself, but you don't have to be everything for yourself. And the moment you understand that difference is the moment you stop just surviving in your solitude and start actually thriving in your life.